All right, what's up, math people? Today we will study factoring expressions. But before that, check out the two football players above me. What's common with them? What is the same? Yes, the hair, the beard, probably they're twins, right? The uniform, the styles are the same, not the numbers though. Okay, guess what? We get whatever is common with them. We pull it out, we factor it out. Oh, that's what you mean by factoring. You pull it out, yes. And we will use the greatest common factor, and then we will rewrite the algebraic expressions by factoring. Are you ready? All right, here we go. So let's start with this. Okay, so in a family there is love. For whatever that family is, let's say there is love. Okay, we factor out what is common, just like the example a while ago. What is common is the love from each other, right? And then, of course, love was distributed to the young girl, to the mom, to the dad, and to the little boy. So that common thing was again factored out. Love is common. Now, we've learned in the past the distributive property. Remember, 3 times 5 is 15x. What else? 3 times negative 6 is negative 18. So this is called the product, and those are the factors. Okay, let's do another distributive property. Okay, so 4 times 2 is 8, but when you multiply exponents, that will be x to the first, add them up, x to the second. Okay, so let's now multiply 4 times 3, that's going to be a negative 12, but there's an x and the y. Since we can't multiply them, just write them down together, xy. So that is again the product. So the objective of today's lesson is we already know the product. Yes, I know you. I know you already. Question is, what are the two numbers or two expressions that I need to multiply so that, okay, I would get the same results? And what are these? What are these? First, I need the GCF, greatest common factor, and what's inside the parentheses. So I repeat, it's the opposite of distributive property. So let's start first with greatest common factor. So this is an elementary lesson. The greatest common factor is the biggest number that can divide the given numbers. So we've learned rainbow factors method and prime factors method. You've learned this in the past. So the factors of 12, you make those rainbow: 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and then 3 times 4. What else? We've also learned the factors of 30, 1 times 30, 2 times 15, 3 times 10, and 5 times 6. We list down which is common: the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 6. And the greatest, of course, is 6, meaning I could divide 12 divided by 6. I could divide 30 by 6. Okay? So 6 is the GCF. Now, another way is the prime factorization. Okay, get the factors in prime. These are the final factors. Okay, copy what is common. The common is the blue, the 2, the purple 3, and the brown one 3 again. Multiply all of them, then you get 18. Okay, what's the meaning of that? 36 could be divided by 18, and 54 could be divided by 18. And that's the biggest number that could divide the given numbers. Okay, so let's start with this. We will factor out 4x plus 8. Okay, what do we mean by that? We want at the end, we want to know what GCF will be multiplied by what parenthesis. Okay, let's start with 4x. 4 could be 1 times 4 or 2 times 2. Oh, that's the factor, but there's an x. Write down the x. The factors of 8 are 1 times 8, 2 times 4. Okay, there's no variable, so just leave it that way. And what is common? Common is 1, of course. 2 is common. 4 is common. But the greatest is cuatro. I could divide them all by 4. Now, divide each term by the GCF. So what do you mean by that? Let's start with 4x and then positive 8. So 4x divided by 4, 8 divided by 4. All right? So the first one can cancel out, so you're just x. The next one is 8 divided by 4 is a 2. Okay? Since it's positive, write plus 2. So what do you do now? Copy your GCF. Your GCF is there. That's your 4. And then the one in the parentheses will be this one and that one. So put them together, x plus 2. So the factored out answer is 4 times x plus 2. Are you sure, Ram, when I multiply that, it's going to be 4x plus 8? Well, try it out. If it will really be 4 times x is 4x, 4 times 2 is 8. Guess what? It is the same. So you know that you are right. All right, so for the next one, we will factor out 24. That's going to be a lot of factors. 1 times 24, 2 times 12. We're doing the rainbow method. 3 times 8, we know that, and 4 times 6. But there's also an x. I write down my x. About 32. I got 1 times 32. How about 2 times 16? Yes, 3. I can divide it by 3. 4. Yes, I could divide it 4 times what? 4 times 8. How about by 5? No. By 6? 6, no. 7, then back to 8. So those are the factors. The common ones are what? 1 is common, 2 is common, 4 is common, but the greatest is 8. So I write down 8 as my GCF. So since I know 8, I will use 8 to divide by each of the term. Okay, negative 32 divided by 8 for you, divided by 8 for you. So 24 divided by 8 is a 3. Bring down the x. Okay, how about 32 divided by 8 is a 4. Okay, and since that's negative, I write it down. So after dividing, I got that answer. I bring down my GCF of 8. My parenthesis would be 3x minus 4. That's my answer. I check if I am right. 8 times 3 is 24x. 8 times negative 4 is negative 32. Okay, so I am right. All right, so let's try factoring out 18 and 72. Let's try first, right? Since 18 looks like a big number, is 72 divisible by 18? The answer is 4 times 18. Yeah, I see it. I used my calculator. So I could write down that 18, negative 18 could be 18 times y. This is what? 18 times 4. All right, the greatest is already 18. I don't need to go through the other numbers. So the GCF is 18, meaning I could divide all of them by 18. So let's try negative 18x, y rather, divided by 18. 72 divided by 18. The first one becomes negative y. The second one becomes positive 4. So that 18 is outside 18. The parenthesis will be negative y plus 4. So this is our answer. Okay, check if we're really right. Negative 18 times negative y is negative 18y. Positive 18 times positive 4 is plus 72. All right, what can you say? It is the same as our original. So we're sure that we are right. Okay, let's factor out 17. 1 times 17. Okay, that's the only factor. Include your x. So 34, 1 times 34. Okay, how about 2 divided by 2? Yes, 2 times 17. Okay, so those are the factors, but there's also an x and there's also a y. See that? You have to include those variables. Next, let's select which is common. The common factors are 17 and x. So let's write it down. The common factor is 17x. So now I divide each term by 17x. 17x divided by 17x is equal to 1. No problem about that. Negative 34xy divided by 17x. So negative divided by positive will be a negative. 34 divided by 17 is a 2. Those x cancels out and then the y is remaining. So that's the other factor. Put them together. 17x parenthesis 1 minus 2y. So this is the factors. All right, so check. Are they correct? So 17x times 1 is 17x minus 17 times 2 is 34. X times y is xy. So we're good. We're right. Okay, so let's start with this. The factors are 3. And then the first one, we're looking at the first one. And what else? X and another x. The factors are 1 times 9, right? And then 3 times 3. So I could divide negative 9 by 1, 3, and 9. But there's also an x. So the next thing we need to do is to get what's common. What's common is 3 and x. Okay, put them together. So now I know that my GCF is 3x. Okay, so divide each term by the GCF. So let's start with 3x squared divided by 3x. So that's actually 3 times x because x squared means twice divided by 3x. Guess what? These two cancels out and the remaining number expression is x. All right. For the second one, negative 9x divided by 3x. The x cancels out. Okay, so the remaining number is negative 9 over 3, which is a negative 3. These two together will be x minus 3. That's going to be the one in the parentheses. So let's put them together. 3x is outside. 3x times what? X minus 3. Are you sure that's right? So this is our answer. Let's see if it's correct. 3 times x is 3x squared. 3 times 3 is a 9 minus 9. Include the x. Again, they are the same. So our factors are right. The next one is a challenge. So I'll teach you how to factor out something that looks like this. If I have 3/5, okay, that fifths means what? There is 1/5, 1/5, and 1/5, right? That's the meaning of 3/5. So how many 1/5s do I have? Bring it out. 1/5 times whatever numerator you have, 3. That is how you factor out a fraction. So it's equal to that. Okay, we're good. 3 times of the 1/5. Now, since the common number here is 4, okay, that means I can bring out the 1/4. So for the factors of 1/4, I could write down 1/4 times 1. For for the 3/4, I could factor it as 1/4 times what? The number on top, 3. Okay, but there's also an x. Okay, so let's now copy what is common. 1/4 is common. Therefore, 1/4 will be my greatest common factor. There you go. Divide each term by 1/4. So let's start with the first one. 1/4 divided by 1/4. Keep change flip, that's going to be 1 whole. All right. How about the other one? 3/4 divided by 1/4. Okay, keep change flip, that becomes keep change flip. That's going to be 12 over 4 equals 3. So 3. Okay? But be sure there is an x, so I write the x there. So how do I write the second factor? The second factor will be 1 minus 3x. Put them together. 1/4 goes first, and then 1 minus 3x. Okay, check if it works. 1 times 1/4 is 1/4. Check. 1/4 times negative 3 is 3x is equal to minus 3/4 x. So we are good. Correct. Now let's try the Edgenuity lessons. Okay, what is a complete list of factors in the 16a and 18ab? 16 is 1 times, okay, look at this. They're all the factors of 16, but where's the a? It's missing, so not you. This is okay, 116, 2, okay, a is there. How about for b? 1 times 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 6. I see a b, but where is the a? It's not listed. Okay, 2 times 8 is 16, 4 times 4, yes. How about 1 times 16 was not listed? 1 times 16. So not you. So this is a complete one because it has all the factors. This includes the A and the B as well. So this is our answer. Okay. Okay, so for this problem, Charles factors the expression, okay, this is the GCF, and these are the factored out. Factored already. Let's see which one describes it correctly. Did he do it right? Okay, so let's see. 4/3 xy plus 1/3 x. Okay, so what is common? The common is the bottom 3. Therefore, the GCF is 1/3. 1/3 was taken out. What else should be taken out? Because they're common, the x and the x. So let's put out the x. Okay, that's the GCF. And what are the remaining factors? The remaining factors left inside will be the, what will be remaining? It's going to be the 4 and the y. So let's write down 4y. How about here? What's remaining? It's going to be 1. All right? So plus 1. So the factors would be, yeah, it's correct. Exactly the same. So his solution is accurate. So that's our answer. Which statements about the factors of the terms in the expression, let's look at this, are true? So we look at each situation. The factor is common to 20a and 15ab. So just these two. We're not comparing all of them, only these two. I could divide 20 and 15 by 1, yes. I could divide it by 5, yes. And what is common with them? A and A, but not B. So not you. The factors common to 20A and 15AB are 1, 5, yes. And A is common to both. Okay, so correct. Check for this. The factors common to 20A and 24B, I could divide them by 1, yes. I could divide them by 2, yes. 20 and 24 could be divisible by 2. Can I divide them by 4? Yes. Divide by 4, divide by 4. How about for the letters? Nothing is common. So that makes sense. Correct. The greatest common factor of the whole expression is AB. All of this is AB common to all of them. This has an A, this has AB both. This has only B. So not AB for all. So not U. And then the greatest common factor of the expression of the whole thing, what can I divide all of them with? Not by 2, not by 3, not by 5, nothing is common. I can divide them by any number except by 1. 1 is a common number. I could divide them by 1. So this is also a correct answer. So there are 3 possible answers. All right, so let's start this new problem. Ashad is rewriting this expression, okay, as a product. Which statement about the expression are accurate and relevant if you want to rewrite the expression? Let's start. The GCF of the numbers on each term in the expression is 2, meaning 28A plus 36AB. Okay, could they be divided by 2? Yes, they could be divided by 2, but is that the greatest? No, it's not. So next, the GCF of the numbers, of the number only, just focus on the number, all right, is not 2 but 4. Is that the greatest number I could divide them with? 28 divided by 4 is 7, correct? 36 divided by 4 is 9. Is there a number greater than 4? 5? No, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8. So this makes sense. So this is a correct answer. What else? The GCF of the variables. Just look at the variables, not the numbers, but the variables. What is common with them? Obviously, what is common is what? The letter A. Only A is common. So that's why we circle. Okay, that's why this one is accepted. A is the greatest common factor. All right. The factored form of the expression is 2A times this number. All right, put them together. The number and the variable is 4A. Does that show 4A? No, it's 2A. So you're not the correct answer. But 4A is here, all right? So let's divide each by 4A. Oh, let's just do the distributive. Will it give us the correct answer? 4A times 7 is 28A. 4A times 9B is equal to plus 36AB. So it's the same as the original. So those 3 are the correct answers. So guys, that's it. Remember, results is equal to action plus motivation. Okay, good luck.